Greetings from New York City. I'm Phil and we're running the bridges. This is a video series where we visit all the bridges in New York City that you can run across. The big, the small, the old, the new, the world famous icons, and the ones you've never even heard of. And today we are visiting the Willis Avenue Bridge. And this might be one you've heard of. We're in Manhattan right now. We're at 125th Street and 1st Avenue. And this carries the roadway. It crosses the Harlem River into the Bronx. And this is perhaps best known by runners as being the 4th bridge in the New York City Marathon at about the 20-mile point. But we'll get to that. So just a little bit about this bridge here. It was the first bridge on the site was built in 1901, and it was a swing bridge. The current bridge is it's a new bridge, new foundations and everything, and I will even illustrate that. But this was built between 2007 and 2010, this bridge, and it is a swing bridge. The swing span is 350 feet total length of the bridge, including approaches 3,212 feet, and this connects 1st Avenue here in Manhattan at 125th Street, and we're just going to start across here. And so when this bridge was built, and it's got the sidewalk on the west side only. That's fine. It's a nice wide walkway, good for walkers, runners, and cyclers, and scooterers and bladers. But yes, this was built brand new 2007, between 2007 and 2010, and it was actually quite a big thing when they were floating the new swing span in. It was built upstate, floated down the Hudson River on a barge, held in New Jersey for a while. July of 2010, it was floated into place. It was from up the Harlem River, came down the Hudson River, came up the Harlem River, floated into place, and it was opened on October 2nd, 2010, just a month before the New York City Marathon. And so here's, well, this says 2012, but it was 2010. I have the pictures. I have the pictures to prove it. I was keeping an eye on that. I thought that was pretty exciting. And for the roadway, the 1st Avenue is a northbound street, and it carries 4 lanes of northbound traffic. It pairs with the 3rd Avenue Bridge, which we visited in our last video, which carries southbound traffic only. And right above us, that's an on-ramp from the Triborough Bridge. You see, we are very close to the Triborough Bridge. That's the big lift bridge, and it's got the direct on-ramp to the Harlem River Drive. That's Harlem River Drive. On the Manhattan side, Major Deegan on the Bronx side, and the Bruckner Expressway. Major Deegan basically going west and north, and the Bruckner Expressway going east. But you can see there the Triborough Bridge, and you can see over there the Bronx leg of the Triborough Bridge. And interesting. Before we go any further, they are doing some construction right here on the riverside. They're converting this into parkland and greenway, which is very, very welcome. And you see also, I passed right by it. this is a ramp, pedestrian ramp, which will have secondary access, and that will eventually, stairway and a rampway, and that will connect to the parkland down there. They're just working on it now. I have no idea about a completion date, but it will connect to the East River Promenade, East River Greenway, which currently dead ends at 120, well, like 125th Street, right by the Triborough Bridge, right under the Triborough Bridge. So this will go to at least, I believe, 132nd Street, as I'm told. So hopefully soon, this secondary access will be open, and that greenway will be open. And you can even see from here, you see that walkway there. That is the walkway from the pedestrian side, from the north side of the Triborough Bridge, Manhattan leg, which will connect. It's currently closed because it'll connect down to that greenway. So that will hopefully be open all at the same time with this. We covered the Triborough Bridge in the previous video. The south side walkway is open, so you can cross it, but the north way is not open because. All right. So this is, you can see a lot of people using this walkway, bikes, pedestrians. It's a lot of use, and it's a nice wide walkway, so that's a lot of space, but the space is needed. And also, I will say, the nice thing about this new bridge as opposed to the old bridge, the roadway is paved. The old bridge had the steel grid. So when you're running across it in the marathon, even though they would put a rug across it, but it was still painful. And painful to run across. And this comes at mile 20. Just after you cross into the Bronx, you'll hit the mile 20 marker. And I know, because if you happen to run the New York Marathon, look for me there. Just look for me just past mile 20, because that's where I go to spectate. If I'm spectating, which most years I do, and I'll be just past mile 20 in the Bronx. So look for me. All right. And you can see also, they have some nice informational plaques here along the way. Learn about swing bridges, learn about the history of this area. But the original, like I said, this is a new bridge. This is not just a new span. Like the 3rd Avenue Bridge had the original foundations, but it was just a new span. This is a completely new bridge. And in fact, as they were doing construction and opening the bridges, I believe the old bridge was closed to traffic, beginning to vehicular traffic, beginning in 2007, but it remained open for pedestrians. And when the new bridge was first opened to automobiles, the old bridge was still open to pedestrians for a short while. And I'm gonna insert some pictures I took from that time, and it's actually pretty cool. We can see both bridges sitting side by side. So I'm gonna insert those right here. Okay. And now this area of South Bronx, we're very close to the 3rd Avenue Bridge. You can see 3rd Avenue Bridge right up there. And you saw how much development there was, kind of high-end residential development. Now this area right here along the river is still, is some kind of facility. They have some rail yards, or railroad tracks, and some kind of facility. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's a lot of space. A lot of space that I don't know how much it's used. If it's used, it's used. But if it's not used, that could be very valuable space to use for some kind of development. Anyway, so we're going to continue on here. So this is kind of a congested area in the Bronx because you have the Major Deegan Expressway, which kind of becomes the Bruckner Expressway at this point. Right here at the foot of the bridge. So we have a couple. Oh, I will show you this before, because while I'm here. See that is one of the original foundations from the original bridge. They lift that up. But anyway, there is a stair access point which goes down to Bruckner Boulevard. And you can continue onto the ramp, which goes up to 130, to Willis Avenue, 134th Street. But then you can continue onto an overpass. It goes, kind of an overpass and an underpass around some of the expressway to go to 135th Street. But here we will show you. So here is the stair access point to Bruckner Boulevard. Right there. So if you are, of course, running in the marathon, you're running on the roadway, which continues up there and curves off to the left. And we are continuing down on the ramp. Okay, so this is right here is a ramp that goes down. That's to Bruckner Boulevard. You can see the stairs right there that I just showed you. There's a fast food chain right there. If you're hungry, you need a snack or a drink. But this will continue into the residential area of the Bronx now. So it is both an underpass and an overpass. You go under the off-ramp. And over the main part of the expressway. And I'm going to go across because I've got the light. So now we are at 135th Street and Willis Avenue. Just coming off the ramp there. There we go. And I will just go a little bit further here to show you. Actually, yeah. When you are running a marathon, you come from there, turn left here, turn left here, and right about here is the 20-mile marker. Right by this small park. And right here, also by this small park, This is where you'll see me. This is where I stand to cheer for all the runners in the New York Marathon, as we're starting to get a little bit tired by mile 20. I've run the New York Marathon myself 11 times. It's been a while, but I've run it 11 times. So anyway, thank you for watching. That's a little bit of a look at the Willis Avenue Bridge. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you out here running sometime soon, and we'll see where the wind takes us for next week. Okay, bye-bye.